but we can mitigate that.
Mining continues to be one of the main pillars of the South African economy. Nedbank, in partnership with the Nepad Business Forum, has been facilitating stakeholder discussions looking at activities within the mining sector.
This has much to do with the realization that after 150 years of exploration, most of the coal fields in South Africa will be closing in the next 30 to 40 years. And there has to be a life, an economic life in communities where mining has been happening that goes beyond the closure of the mines. And also to safeguard the water reserves of water in those areas as well.
Behind me, the stakeholders have been looking at some of the critical issues facing the industry that require immediate remedial action.
Today's meeting, which was the Mine Water Coordinating Body, which we were hosted at Nedbank, was, I believe, very highly successful. And the reason for that is it's got all the role players that one needs to have in a successful project. It's got government, it's got the mining sector, it's got private people, and with the correct ingredients, projects like this will succeed.
No, look, I think the key thing is it's all about government collaborating with industry and everyone else to try and address jointly, the mine problems, as we are aware that mine problems all over the world, not even only in South Africa.
And I think with projects like this, we won't just have mines that go dormant and kill communities, but we will have a sustainable environment which will give everybody a chance in life.
Critical thing is, if you're talking about the closure issues, is to make sure that you manage water post-closure. Water pollution is the biggest issue that we face when we close mines. And at the moment, I don't believe the allocations are adequate, the policing is adequate, and the techniques to actually use mine water post-closure have not been fully explored.
I think what the conversation today was a very important conversation that was spoken about. It's about the environmental issues facing the mining sector and how we can move forward in terms of taking care of the humanistic perspective of people whose lives are going to be affected by the closure of mines. So it's a very important conversation.
Stakeholders have been particularly looking at what happens to a mine when it reaches the end of its useful life. We already know some of the impacts, such as pollution concentrates that end up in our very limited water resources.